This episode is brought to you by Pamela Lee from Elite Title Group, representing all real estate transactions in the state of New Jersey. Welcome to Let's Talk About It, your favorite lender and podcast host, Jimmy Mortgage. I'm here with Claudette Rolling. Claudette is a special guest. She's coming off a momentum of NYRAC and leadership shaping the industry at REBNY. We're sitting down with Claudette, whose path into real estate didn't start where you expected it. From the early days of media internships at Fox 5, Hot 97, to retail, getting laid off, stepping into a mom and pop real estate agency now turned into Compass. Her business has changed significantly. Now we're gonna sit here with Claudette and tell us what's life like now being a popular and respectable realtor in New York City.
And a landlady.
And
too.
a landlady, yes, that part,
on
right?
the building as well.
There you go. So welcome to Let's Talk About It, Claudette.
Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, this is amazing. I thank you so much for having me on your show.
Of course.
Yes.
What's it like being the number one realtor in New York City, right? Yeah, you do.
Right?
You're doing your thing. You're doing your thing.
Thank you. And I'm so humble with it too. It's so crazy.
Right.
But it's been great. Trust me, I've had some trials and tribulations.
Right.
And, especially just life, life just lifing.
Right.
But it has been, I've been very grateful, I never thought I was going to get into real estate. I thought I was going to be an A&R rep. That's why, the entertainment in the background.
Right.
Thought I was going to work with artists, helping them with their portfolios. And now I'm helping clients with their real estate portfolio.
Right.
So
different portfolios, right?
Right, it's a different portfolio.
Right.
Graduated with business management at King University. Shout out to KU.
Okay, there you go.
10 years. I was licensed in 2014 and, getting laid off at the age, 26 at the time. And I was like, what are we doing? I'm coming back from 2008, the recession, and then graduate 2010, no jobs and stuff. So, just even being able to sit here and just say that, my business is self-made. I mean, it's crazy. Ground up, first generation realtor in my family as well.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. When you jumped into real estate, did you think it was going to be a temporary thing or lifelong thing?
That's a great question. I love that. So when I was working in retail, I was selling luxury watches.
Right.
I was selling like Michael Kors, Michelle watches.
Okay.
And when opening up a store, they always changing up the faces of whoever opens up a store.
Right.
So when I got laid off, I was just like, okay, well, where am I going to go? Right. I tried entertainment again.
Right.
And I was like, okay, this is still like a little bit of a longer stretch. Went on Indeed.com and saw a real estate assistant. So I was like, all right, if I can sell luxury watches and learn, one thing that I did learn in retail was the stories behind the watches. That's how I started to learn about storytelling.
Okay.
Was like people enjoyed hearing like, oh, what's the Michael Kors watch, the Bradshaw? Each face had a different story.
Right.
If you're into watches.
Right.
So I was like, okay, if I could sell watches and somebody's buying $2,500, damn near, $5,000 watches, I'm sure I can sell an apartment. Right. And I'm from New York. So I can make this happen.
The hustle's in.
The hustle's there. Like you can't take the hustle out.
Right.
And it was all she wrote from there.
You felt like, hey, look,
let me just jump out. I didn't even know it was going to be a long-term thing. I just was like, well, let me just try this out. I see all the buildings. I'm aware of real estate, but I'm not really knowledgeable about what is going on in the real estate industry. So I was like, okay, let me try this out. Let me be an assistant. I was an assistant for 2 years. And then my broker told me, hey, listen, how about you get your license? Because I cannot afford you for $10 an hour. Okay, no problem. When I went to ABC Realty, I know it sounds a little cliche a little bit.
You must have another word for it.
I know, because you know what's crazy? Because in the industry, we always say, oh, if you go to ABC Realty or ABC something, making it sound lower than what it is. So I went to this.
Especially from Brooklyn, right? You think it's a bodega real estate, right?
Yes,
that's
a bodega real estate. Exactly. You think this is a bodega real estate. So I saw it on Groupon, went on Groupon, $200 for the class.
Okay.
And it was on West 36th Street in Midtown West. Went there, took the course. And I mean, it was the ceiling leaking, everything. And I was like, I don't know what is, I'm just following faith at this point. Like I tried everything. I've been working since 14 years old. Right. So I was like, I've been in corporate long enough. Let me see what this is. I wouldn't be here for nothing. And got my license. And I didn't even think, like, I feel like every road or every milestone in real estate, I'm just learning as I go. And then even obtaining a building, it was just because the rent was so expensive, so high. And I agree. And I was like, okay, how about I just get a house and just save up money, and then found an off-market property. And that's how that happened. So, yeah.
And and success has followed you since.
I mean, no, you know how it is. It's ebbs and flows.
There is ebbs and flows. But I feel I can say that with you because I've seen your numbers, right? You're not a joke.
Thank you.
How you present and what you've done, you continue to transcend a lot in the 5 boroughs. I would go further and talk about the fact that you just created a new market in Flatlands, Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
$1.5 million in Flatlands,
in Flatlands.
Wow.
All neighborhoods.
I'm a 1900s baby. I will tell you, I remember when Flatland was $230,000, 1.5. Claudette, talk about that. I know. Let's talk about that, right? That's what's up.
I know that was, it was so interesting, that particular deal, because there's a client of mine that he was a landlord. He owns buildings in Flatlands.
Right.
So I was always helping him rent out, his apartments. And then he was like, hey, Claudette, hey, Claudette.
Hey, Claudette. The West Indian thing. Hey, Claudette.
Hey, Claudette. He was like, well, I'm actually getting married. And I said, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. And he was like, well, we need a bigger house. So, I heard you're, the best in the business. Can you help me out? And I was like, oh, come on, man. Like, I'm just being like,
humble, and grateful.
But I have to remember too, I have to really stand in that space, and not let it cripple me either, you know?
Right.
So I was like, yes, I can definitely find you something. So he said, oh, okay. So we're searching around. We find, honestly, this house has always been like this castle in Flatlands.
Sits well in Flatlands.
Yes, it's huge. Supposedly,
I still got friends in Flatlands.
Yes, so it's like 4,500 square feet. It's sitting on. It said 10,000 the lot size, but it's actually like 8,000.
Okay.
The lot size. So everywhere you would drive on Kings Highway or even off of Avenue I, you will see this house. This house just sits there like it's like literally a castle in Flatlands.
Yeah, right.
So he's like,
and that's big in Brooklyn.
Yes,
that's
it's big.
Very big
It's
in Brooklyn.
big.
Right.
It's like a Jersey house with 2-car garage.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
2-car garage in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
Wow.
So he's like, this is the house. This is the house I want. I was like, okay, let's go. It's available. And when I tell you we were in contract for almost like 7 months.
Right. 7 months.
And the thing with that particular house, it actually had caught on fire. It was a firehouse. So a lot of time when you get homes that were on fire, they end up having a vacancy order on it.
Okay.
So when you have that vacancy order on a property, whoever takes the home, they have to now do all the inspections,
environmental stuff.
Yes, like plumber and everything to get it back up to code.
Especially in New York City.
Especially in New York City, and you know how New York City, they move very slow, and they move on New York time. So, so unfortunately, the homeowner who purchased this home, investor, I should say, when he purchased it and was just flipping it, on the market, it just was draining dry because that house was so, it was massive.
He didn't think how long it was going to take.
He did not.
And then the money put into it, and time has.
And then and my buy was extending upon extending. Right. So as you know, so he was up to his last extension. He was like, "Listen, what are we doing here? Like, when are we gonna?" And it's on New York time. Whenever New York can turn it over.
Right.
So it was so many ebbs and flows. Like, I mean, even to the point the seller was like, "Listen, I'm gonna put this back on the market. Find somebody who could do all cash." My client was like, no, this is my marriage home. I want this home. And because he owned buildings, he knew like even this price was going to be positive for his for the neighborhood.
Right.
Yes.
You just had to be
real estate is patience.
Right.
And it's amazing. Like, you know, when we crossed that threshold and he had to still go get married internationally.
Wow.
So in the midst of the deal, before it could even close, for the last 3 weeks, I had to basically step in almost like a power of attorney, me and his brother, because his brother had to make it to his wedding too. It was a whole traditional wedding.
Many moving parts.
Oh my goodness. And when we finally crossed over, he called me 4:00 in the morning, my time. It's 3:00 his time, PM. And he's like, Claudette, I'm shaking. I can't believe we really did this. Like he was like, I know I would not have been able to do this without you. So the beautiful thing is about the story is that it wasn't like it was just an investor. This is like a person that is the end user. He's going to live there with his family and raise his family and everything there. So especially for that number. So it was amazing. It was amazing to see.
I love the story, but even more importantly, right? You see a lot of interesting things on social media. I can sell this, I can do that. But you pointed out something important. You got this listing because you were doing rentals and you had a relationship with him. We need to focus on that, right? So a lot of times, some of us see these things and we thinking we're just snapping our fingers because we are who we are and, oh yeah, she got lucky. That's not luck. This is all time consuming, right? She started off with rentals, built that relationship. This took you to the next level where you had to be patient yourself, right? Because this came to you as like, oh my God, I got this listing. Wow, I'm here.
Yeah, and I was representing him on the buy side. That's even crazy.
So you have two things going on. You got goosebumps. You're like, yo, you can't F this up because you don't want no problems because, you know, this can change my career. And it did in a positive way. So when some see some of the glitz on these social platforms, just know that the hard work was put in. It wasn't given to you, right? 7 months. And, you know, the transition of having a different conversation with somebody that it may not even happen, but I'm going to make sure it happened, right? That within itself, during that time, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of talking to yourself.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Like I was talking to, and it was so funny because the seller calls me and he goes, are you the agent representing? Because he just bypassed his list. And I'm like, why? And me and the listening, she's awesome, amazing. But he was just very aggressive, you know, very aggressive seller. So he calls me and he's like, are you the agent that wrote this email? Because I was very detailed in my email. I'm pretty like, you know. And
well, you come from that same institution.
Yes.
You should know that part, right?
Right. And he goes, he's like, oh, okay, I see. He was like, I felt like he was like this little pit bull biting on my kneecap. He was like, and then my buyer was like, and it was so funny because I put him on the call with my buyer because I was like, just want to make sure everything's being transparent. And then he was like, yeah, I was wondering who was this pit bull biting on my kneecap of every little thing. And he was like, yes, this is my agent Claudette. Like she's like, he was like, I was wondering who this pit bull was because I was like, oh my God, like she's just not stopping. And that's one thing I'm definitely known for. Like I love to negotiate. I do not mind going into the ring. I don't know if it's just because I'm from Brownsville or whatever. I don't know, but it's that background where I'm like, listen, what do you want? Let's go get it, you know? And I'm not afraid to, you know, negotiate. I'm definitely known for that. So when it's time to do that, I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's go. Like, you know,
I love how you say you're not afraid because a lot of these, when you go through this process, fear is one of the biggest challenges, right? Yes. And the fact that you said, let's get in the ring, let's do it. That's
what I said.
Like, I'm gonna give you the southpaw. You're like, all right, yo, I'm here. Let's go.
Let's go. And then he's like, okay, you think I was like, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Right.
No. Right. That's it. I always look like I'm going to represent my client at the highest and best light, either on the buy or on the listing end. I'm representing you, and I take my fiduciary duties 100% seriously. And when it comes to if you want to negotiate, you want to understand, I'm definitely the agent that likes to strategize with my clients so that you can understand what we're getting into. Like, okay, you want to sell your home. I have clients where they're like, we are downsizing. Okay, what does that look like? Because when you sell your home, you still need a time to get over to that next property. So what does that whole process looks like? And they're like, oh my God, like I I need somebody to just explain step by step.
Right.
And it's just patience, right?
Yeah. Patience is key in this business.
And then negotiate.
Right. If you're looking for ISAs and marketing, please contact J. Lopez Enterprise, servicing all 50 states. You do what you do best when it comes to listing, but you talk about something that's to your heart when it comes to real estate, and that's multifamily, right? Can you explain why now multifamily is something that if someone is in a position to do it, they should go into it?
Man, multifamilies I find is amazing way for you to build security, especially in securing your wealth.
Right.
Especially with assets and everything. I know for me, when I obtained a multifamily home, I was able to see my money work for me. I was able to see how money actually works.
Okay.
I think that's something that psychologically we don't get that opportunity to see it. We just see the transaction part of money. Like, if I want this piece of candy, I know it costs this. That's what it costs.
Right.
You just see that.
Right.
But to actually get into a multifamily property and to see, okay, someone is helping me to pay this mortgage down, and then also seeing the escrow, just learning it, the intricacies of it all is just amazing.
Debits and credits, right? It's simple.
There you go.
Simple format, right?
Exactly.
You see this, you see that. Okay, how do you make it happen?
Exactly. How do you make
right?
And then also the other caveat to it all, when you have the multifamily, how you can be able to pull a HELOC loan out, or how you can just use this money to either get another property, you know? So if you're a first-time investor or even a homeowner that owns a multifamily and they're looking to downsize themselves, that opportunity all in itself, you know? There's so many things that, I mean, I didn't even understand it until I myself purchased one, because when I sold at least over, how many properties? Gosh, it hasn't been over like 100 properties at this point.
So many. It's a good problem. How many? 90, 100, 200.
No, but with the because I'm thinking about one of my clients that were looking into buying a 4-family over in Brownsville. And it was his first time purchasing. He was like, I want to just go big. I'm going to get a 4-unit. And he was able to actually see how his mortgage, he was able to pay his mortgage and also see the income as well.
Right.
And on a VA loan. Right.
Yes, you can do that.
Right. Yes, and I was shocked. And he was just like in tears at the closing and was just surprised to just actually see it, you know? So I think that's, if you're able to obtain the multifamily property and you can, you know, experience that and actually see where your wealth, you're able to build your wealth asset as well.
And the good thing too with some of the with the VA loans, keep in mind is 0%, right? And you can reduce your expenses at the same time, monopolize off the rental flow that's coming in. So these are the things that, you know, we don't want to sell you the glitz and dreams and what you're seeing. Like
it
can happen. Easy. Every situation is case by case. And I want the average person to know, whether you're W-2 or self-employed, it's doable. You just got to find the right agent, Claudette.
Yes.
Especially in the 5 boroughs, because she'll be able to see some of the pocket listings. And she has the relationship. Keep in mind, her Rolodex comes from rentals. So there are people who bought houses and are looking to upgrade or downsize. Yes. She can have those communications with you, right?
Yes.
To get the house that they're looking for.
Yes.
When it comes to multi. It's important, right? And so I don't want all to think like everybody deserves a multi, because that's not the case. Not everybody deserves a multi. Not everybody's ready for multi.
That part.
Right? And I think that we need to stress that, because sometimes someone walks in and be like, oh, I can get me a multi. I make $60,000 and the house is 1.6. It's just, that's not math.
And it's just to dive in even deep.
Right.
If you're gonna own, so it's that 2-part mindset of being an investor and if you're gonna live in there, right? It depends on what because if you're gonna live in the house, now you have to see if you want to be a landlord, which is customer service. So do you have the patience to live with your tenants that's going to call you and need you, you know, for everything? You know, you have to also have that as well. And I think a lot of time people and I agree with you, they got to step back and look like, yes, the multifamily is a great way, but I think any part of real estate, if you can buy any piece of real estate, I think it's amazing for you to lock in on wealth, wealth building. But if you're looking into that multifamily, like either two to fives, right? It's like, are you ready to handle customer service or hospitality?
Right.
Take a course. Some landlords are like very just give me the money, but a happy tenant is a happy life.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to pay you, especially in New York, the way the rules are geared towards tenants.
That's right.
So yeah.
Plug this person in. Many know him. Drew Bernard.
Yes. I love
Bernard,
Drew. That's right.
He's always educating many on how to do it. And even he's at a level where he's making net positive flow. You still see him going out there shoveling sweeping. And he's like, yo, I don't mind. It's like, I got to make my money. Like,
I got to make them happy.
I got to make them happy. And people are like, oh, he got it simple. He got in early. Look,
no, he didn't.
Right. A lot of the stuff he's doing today is because he believes in wealth through
wealth building.
Through real estate, right? And that's his prerogative, right? Some people can make a case, no, he's doing it that way, and he's a testament of what he's actually doing because he shows you his keys, he shows you his checking account. Brave man, but okay.
He's amazing. No, just Drew, that's frat there. I'm a Zeta too, so
okay. Go ahead.
No, I definitely. I mean, he started off when working in Verizon.
Yeah, he was cable, right?
Yes.
He was doing cable, right?
And come on.
Yeah.
That's decades of work. That's not so. And that's the thing, like you said, social media sometimes make it look like, oh yeah, we just did this yesterday. No,
yeah.
You gotta have that patience, that grit, that grind,
right?
To get there. And I mean, yes, he is a testament to it
he's
all.
a testament.
I mean, it's crazy. All brownstone.
Brownstone. Another plug I'll do of Angela Yee.
Yeah. Oh my
She
God.
talked about that. And now she has a juice bar cafe thing. She's got everything coffee shop. She has everything going around because of real estate and what she believed in. She saw an opportunity. She took the risk. She was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do this. And then she used her peers to fulfill a better return. So again, that goes to show you, look, is it easy? No.
No, it's not.
Is it possible? Yes. It's how much time you're willing to put into it, right, Claudette? I mean, like, I've seen you do it, so that's why I'm happy to have you here because this is what you believe in. This is your joint right here. This is your joint right here. You know,
I had to grow into believing in it because I didn't know that was my vision in the beginning.
Right.
And that's where it was that walking into faith.
That part.
Because I definitely did not know I was going to be a realtor. I thought I was going to be, like I said, Hot 97, 5 I'm working with these artists, God, I am a God-fearing woman. Like, God put me here for a reason. We're just vessels, and I feel like these ideas and even me being here I'm grateful for it. You know?
Right.
So definitely.
So when we speak about God, gratitude, gratefulness, we were speaking in the green room about how sometimes people see things and they don't have what they're proving out there on these social platforms. And as we're talking, we're saying, look, all the glitz, I mean, I guess that's a clickbait.
Yeah.
But which is okay, I guess.
Okay, hot shots. That's what they used to call it back then. Hot shots.
It is, you know what I'm saying? But as you get older and things have happened, how much do you appreciate gratitude now?
It's like, let me do a drink of water. Hold on.
Yeah, it's important.
Gratitude is definitely important. I've learned it. I feel like the older I'm getting, and I'm now 38 years old, and it's hitting more and more. Like this past birthday, I spent with my fiance, my sister, and my nephew.
Okay.
And in Kissimmee, Florida. Right. And when I told people about Florida, it was like, oh, Miami, right? I was like,
Kissimmee, Orlando.
Like
Orlando.
Yeah, Universal. So they were like, why would you go there? I was like, I had such an amazing time with my nephew. I didn't even realize how this kid, he's such a fish. Okay. And I love that because I was so afraid of swimming, swimming, and I'm gonna learn, but I was so afraid of the water.
Pigmentation doesn't go in the water that much.
I was like, oh my God, don't get your hair wet, don't do this, all these traumas.
Right.
So, but just to see him just making so many friends and just jumping in the water, swimming, and at 6, and he's just like, Auntie, come swim with me. And I left my phone upstairs.
Okay. Okay.
You know, just to even do that as an agent.
Take it all in, right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm married to my phone.
Right.
And just to walk away from it and not have anxiety. Like that, just to have sun and just, I remember talking to my sister and I said, oh, I'm gonna be lazy. And she said, why does it have to be lazy? Why can't it be you just relaxing?
Right.
Just that, having the simple conversations and stuff that I don't get to do as often, you know, even with my fiance, just not being able to just us just taking a walk and just enjoying the sun.
Right.
It was just great gratitude and just being grateful. It's just been the number one thing. And I'm learning the older you get, the why changes. In the beginning, when I got into real estate, my why was to make money. I needed money. I was broke. Okay, I needed money. My mind was broke. How about that? It was broke.
I never heard that one. My mind was broke.
My mindset was broke. I was on a broke mindset because I was just sitting there like, oh, you know, starvation mode. I can't afford this, you know. And the mindset is the mind is a real thing. Like, you know, I learned it in college. You know, joining my sorority, it was like 90% mental, 10% physical. Right. You know, and it's real. Like, and that was just one lesson of life. Right. And your mind legit like controls your reality. It does. And that's where I was saying about the delusional. It's like, well, if my mind is believing that this whatever is on social media that this person just made up, is it real? No, like it's whatever your reality is, you know? And I'm learning as I get older, like my why has been more of just freedom and gratitude. Right. It is worth way more. Time is more expensive than money. Right. It is. Can't get it back.
It is true.
So yeah.
My again, friend of mine, D-Rad, Push. We've had this conversation. We had the conversation this morning about, you know, gratitude, taking it all in, because although you could be going through something, like the real estate market has changed, right? Good or bad, and those who are in it are feeling it. But when you wake up, what you see in front of you, you should just take it all in, because what's the opposite?
There you go. What is the opposite?
Well, yeah, and you don't want to know about the opposite.
Don't even want to know.
You want to think about it, right?
Don't even want to think about it.
You want to just keep moving, take it all in, and you know, move in inches, right? Yes, it's easy for us to talk about it now, but I promise you, we've gone through certain things. We're not going to make it public, but we've gone through certain things, and for that reason, we appreciate what's in front of us at times. And so, I would ask you to do the same, right? Yes, you're going through it. We understand. We may not be able to solve it, but think of it this way. If you're going through it and you feeling it and you can wake up and smile on it, there's some who cannot do that.
Listen, during my years of being licensed, I had experienced losing my mother, which was like my backbone. I experienced losing a lot of different people that were like my grandmother. It was a lot happening. And it was so crazy because I think a lot of the time I would put this mask on, you know, like, hey, everything's okay. I'm known for that. I'm just the little rock. Throw the mask on. Everything's fine. But then when I go home, I'm like, Lord, like, what is happening? And even this past year, just even experiencing, which was public on social, losing my child at 4 months, it was just like that there was even more like like what's going on here. But I'm just grateful that the foundation around me has allowed me to even go seeking like therapy in the midst of it all. Because especially as an entrepreneur, how can you, like, we're here to serve our clients, right? How can I serve you if my cup is empty? And I don't even have the resources, like, you know, we don't get, what is it called when full-time work, when you get the time off of work and
PTO.
We don't
get PTO hours.
Right, you don't get PTO hours. Your hours is off. So going through those things, I'm happy I could be able to speak it out, you know. I'm starting therapy. Started it already, so it's working. You know, just to be able to relate, because it was a moment. And I remember when me and you connected and you had reached out to me and you was like, yo, I reached out to you before. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was not even existing. I was walking, but not here. But I'm just like, I felt like I was a little alone, because I was like, what woman is, not even woman, forget all of that. Like a person that is an entrepreneur going through loss and constantly, you know, feeling like, okay, I got to keep constantly getting back on this bike,
right.
you know? And I'm like, well, how do
you
you
keep
move?
pedaling, right?
Yeah, and now I'm 38. So when I wake up, I gotta make sure my feet don't hurt, knees don't hurt, certain things are falling apart.
Right.
So, so I mean, and this is why with the gratitude, I was just, and I just started therapy, so I'm working at it. I'm just starting, so maybe a recap. But I'm learning more and more how to appreciate life, just to even choose life, you know, choosing to live life.
Right.
Because sometimes people are not living it.
Yeah.
We're here, but we're not living it.
Charlemagne the God, the Breakfast Club. I'm gonna plug him in because we talked about this. He's talked about it. We've been advocating this for a minute. You know, mental health is a big deal, right? Again, growing up, how we grew up, we see certain things. We light up a candle and pray.
Pray it away.
And
keep it pushing.
Keep pushing. But unfortunately, that's not what's needed today. That is part of it. Don't get me wrong, because if you're a person of religion, you should do what you do, right? But at the same time, sometimes you need to have someone else hear your voice. And when I talked about this with another guest of mine, Hotspots, New Jersey, she came on, she talked about her, losing her father. She had to mask it. And then I mentioned Charlemagne because he's been advocacy about mental illness and all the good stuff, and how we need to talk these things out, because there are times where you're going to go through something, and because you didn't speak to someone, you can end up taking your own life. And that's the scary part, right?
That is the scary
And we
part.
don't want no one walking that lane. So, whatever you're going through, take what you have, appreciate it, gratitude. And two, if you're seeking some type of help, speak to someone, tap in, right? And look, again, it's easy for us to talk about it now.
Oh, yeah.
And we're comfortable with it because we've talked to each other about this, right?
Yes.
It's not something we just, you build those relationships with those who are in that circle who can understand it, and then take the next step over. Like I said, I'm learning too, right? My old ass is at this age, right. And
old until you cold.
Taking it all in and still asking people for help. And so I do that, lean on those. And if that person can help you, try someone else, right?
Right.
Just keep pushing away, and then, let life be life, man, because it's a blessing.
It is a blessing. It's an amazing blessing. Life is dope.
Yeah,
life is dope when you know how to live it, when you live in it. And it doesn't even have to deal with money or anything.
No,
just enjoying life.
Yeah. Health and prosperity is you can't. Why would you deny it?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you deny it?
Exactly.
Speaking on a lighter note, this episode is brought to you by Carrasco Cantina, a local real estate firm located in the state of New Jersey. They're here to help you with all your real estate needs. Your fiance, he shut down Brooklyn, man. He put that ring on. He was like, yo, will you marry me? See, he did a jagged edge move.
Right, he did. He did.
How was that? How did a block party turning into she's my queen?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's dope. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes. My boo, my baby,
That's
Anthony
what's up.
Belisario.
Right. Okay.
And I got through the little shout
Yeah,
out.
you have to, man. He shut down the borough for you almost, right?
Right. I know, it was so crazy. So it's so crazy because my block, we have this annual block party. Ever since after COVID, they just started hosting this block party, and it seems like, and it's like that old school Brooklyn.
Right.
If you've ever came to a Brooklyn block party,
fire hydrant open, everything.
Yeah, it's
cool.
such a good. The music is nice. Everything is vibes. It's just good. Chicken, frying, barbecue, everything.
Caribbean
is good.
music, hip hop. Hey, going back to this,
everything.
Yeah,
basketball.
Right.
Kids are playing. Kids are actually playing.
Right.
Outside that part, double dutch outside. That's how my block party is. You gotta come. You gotta come. So I'm like, all right. At the time, I was 3 months. I was 3 months pregnant, and I was like, okay, we're going to just wear the shirts, right? We're going to just wear shirts saying promoted mommy, promoted daddy, right? And I'm like, all right. And people was like, oh my God, look at y'all. Okay. So I'm walking, and they said, Claudette, you won an award. So I'm like, what award is they talking about? And mind you, his family's coming up, and I'm like, man, it's a lot of people, because his family, it's at least 90 people for Christmas.
90?
He has a lot of family. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's at least 50 on Christmas, up to 100. It could be the house is crazy.
No wonder you got a multi.
Yeah, right. Might have to blow it all up.
Yeah.
So, And then my family's coming up, and I'm like, oh, it's a lot of people. So now I'm walking. They're like, Claudette, come to the mic, and so I'm coming in, and I swear it looked like I don't know what's the name of that movie where they were like, it's like the gang, the sharks, and the I know I'm dating.
West Side Story.
Yes.
West Side
Story.
So
you see how everybody's right. But not in that type of aggression. But I'm just saying, just to give that idea. Right? Yeah. Everybody's just I'm like, yo, this is mad people. Right. And then I turn around and they give me a card. They say, oh, you gotta read it. So I'm reading the card, and I'm like, who wrote this? I was like, this handwriting is like, what is this? And then I'm reading it, and at the bottom is like, will you be my wife? And I'm so happy, all this stuff. So I turn around, and he's there on one knee. I swear to God, tears. Yeah. I was crying for at least three days straight.
Oh man,
I could not stop crying. I could not believe it. I got the ugly tears, the pictures. I'm sure you saw, like hands was like this. So instantly, I became left-handed once I got proposed to. Yes. So now I can write with my left hand. Everything was left.
That's magical. You're Anthony. That's good, bro.
Yeah, that is good, man. I'm now ambidextrous. Everything I will pick up was with the left hand now. So I can't even. Yeah, so that's what happened. I didn't know that happens once you get engaged. So
my wife is a lefty already, so I'm good.
Oh, so you was good.
I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
Yeah. So I instantly, everything was done with this hand.
Right.
Like, so.
Wow.
But it was great. Amazing, and he's an amazing man. Like, honestly, he lets me be. I'm able to be feminine. I'm able to be just safe. That's the word. I'm able to be safe with him.
I love it. Wow.
Yeah.
That was dope when I saw all that happening.
You see the block?
Yeah, you see the block. I'm like, oh, you shut it down. I'm like, that's a good look. Well, Claudette, thank you so much for coming on. Let's talk about it. You talked about from, how you got let go, went from retail, interning, Fox, Hot 97, shaking names all over the world with Flatlands 1.5, right?
Yeah.
People are gonna know your name now, right? And if they haven't known, they will know, right?
You now know.
Now they know. You don't know, now you know, right?
Now you know.
Yeah, you know, right? And then from, sharing your story, because you didn't have to do that. And I thank you for that, opening up.
Yeah.
These are emotional roller coasters. And at the time, you don't know what you're going through. And so thank you for opening up about that. That meant a lot to me and my audience.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And lastly, we got to plug in this person. He's my tax accountant. I love this guy to death. Maurice, Tax Pro.
Yes, Maurice. He texted me a couple of days ago. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, Maurice. Yeah, I love Maurice. I love Maurice, but I'm saying.
Yeah, it's okay. You love Maurice. It's okay.
He's saved me. He's made my life easy.
He's a dope
when I was
dude.
going through my tax troubles, he was able to rectify it and put me on a payment plan where I'm able to pay back the government. And he's always saving my family money. So I want to definitely shout out Maurice.
Yeah.
And to get to you, I was calling Maurice, like, Maurice, what's your name? Maurice, just being stupid, what's your name? What's your number? It's like, don't worry, Jimmy, I'll take care of it. Yeah. He has his monotone voice.
Yes, so
it's okay, Jimmy. It's okay, Jimmy. I'll take care of it for you. I'm like, Maurice, I want to know her name. I'm being a pit bull now. Like, what's her name?
Right. You mean?
What's her information? What's her email? I want to make sure, because everybody has this when you're from Brooklyn, right? Names are spelled differently. When I say what's her name, I know who she is, but the spelling, and I'm looking through IG, I'm like, I can't find you. I know, but again, you only get one shot, right? So I'm like, let me just go in. And he's like, it's okay, Jimmy, I'll take it. I was like, I don't need to hear this voice right now. So I want to get to her right away. And mutually we met at an open house, and then we connected. And
I apologized. I was like, oh my God. You was like, I've been trying to. I was like, my bad. I was like, yo, listen.
Well, you was in a different space at that time.
I was.
So,
and I'm grateful about the mental, because like, you're right. That's something that has to be, talked about. Because we walk around like,
it bees like that.
It do.
It bees like that. But to talk more, to influence others, to speak their truth, if with their partners or with their family members about life, because we have to. Every day is a new day, and you have to appreciate it. So again, thank you, Claudette, for coming on. Let's talk about it. I appreciate it, Claudette. If people are looking for you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Hey Claudette. I know it's not. It's
just
true.
Hey Claudette.
Hey Claudette.
When you put up numbers like she is, it's just Hey Claudette, right?
But yes, you can find me. I'm on all social media platforms. It is Hey Claudette, HeyClaudette. And I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I got an extra Y in there. Somebody else caught the name before me. And my phone number is 908-659-8285. Yes, it's a Jersey number. I did go to college in Jersey. Please don't shoot my head off. And I did go to high school too, but I was going back and forth from Brooklyn and everything. So no worries. But yeah, no, I'm easy to get to. I answer my phone. You won't have AI or anything answering my phone. Right. So you can definitely get to me. And I have a team as well, the Rolling team. So if you can't get to me, you can definitely get to one of my agents as well.
Thank you so much, Claudette.
You're welcome.
Others for Let's Talk About It, you can find me on your favorite streaming platform. I'm all over. Jimmy, Let's Talk About It. Again, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
Let's talk about it. Hey, listeners, are you looking to improve your home comfort and save on your energy bills? Let's talk about Seal Power. They've been awarded Energy Star Sustained Excellence Award, seen on Good Morning America, the New York Times, and World News. Seal Power is dedicated to keeping your home cozy while saving you money. Check out their website for tips and incentives and more at CIELPOWER.com. Stay comfortable and save with Seal Power, where comfort meets efficiency. Follow them on Instagram for updates and more, and Let's Talk About It as well. Thank you.